Thank you, everyone. So, three things keep me up in the night. So the first thing is the climate change. I think when it's keep up most of us awake in the night. The second one, we know the AI is making directly and indirectly many decisions on behalf of us. For example, is my son going to make in a specific college? How the college is going to decide whether it's going to admit or not? Am I going to get a loan? What percentage of loan interest rate is going to be? So knowing and unknowingly, the AI is making a lot of decisions on behalf of us. And the third one is AI is unbiased assumption. So we think the AI is not a person and is making unbiased decision, which is not correct. Many times, an AI project which goes in development phase is 80% time of they are stalled because it's not because the data is not correct or it's not giving the right performance. It's because sometimes many times they are like biased. And that's how I'm presenting my paper today. I'm presenting my talk today on AI ethics and responsible AI development in the cloud. And my name is Dileep Pandiya, and I'm principal software engineer at ZoomInfo. And I do have 18 plus years of experience working in Wayfair, IBM, and Walmart. I'm going to ask a question. How many of you know here ZoomInfo? ZoomInfo. How many you heard about ZoomInfo? Okay. All right. So ZoomInfo is a data company. So we are like a leader in go-to-marketplace platforms. And it's like a leading company having a lot of data, building up, using the AI to generate a lot of intent and signals. And that's about me. When I don't work, I write a lot of papers, do the speaking engagement like this one. Let's move forward. So this is going to be agenda. It's going to be a short talk, not very long. Won't keep you short. I don't keep you long here. So understanding the AI ethics, couple of other ethical challenges, strategies, tools, and in the end, we'll see like what's the future direction going forward. So let's start with the understanding the AI ethics. So there are 4 principles. If we talk about the AI ethics, the first one is the fairness. So where we say we need to make sure the AI doesn't treat people unfairly or show any bias. The second one is accountability. We wanted to make sure that whatever decision AI is making is we can held accountable. We can trace back to the decision which AI is making, and we can go back and fix it. The third one is the transparency. So that's another important idea where we say AI system should be easy to understand people, and the people should know how the AI is making a decision. And the fourth one is the privacy, which is very important given that AI system is having a lot of data nowadays. It's important to make sure that AI system is not giving that personal information away to the end user. So these are the 4 AI ethics key principles. There are some other things as well in this diagram, like auditable. The AI system should be auditable, and the XAI, the AI should be explainable and interpretable. So these are the 4 AI ethics key principles. If we move forward, we wanted to see like what's the importance of AI ethics in cloud computing. So given the major cloud provider of the cloud era, nowadays every application is having a global impact and widespread adoption. So anyone can come and build an application on any of the cloud, and it can go for multiple geography. It goes like multiple industries, and it is having a major impact on the multiple geography, or like many people's lives as well. So because of the scalability and reach, the AI system is having a major impact, and there are some risk and consideration we need to take care while we are developing and deploying the AI into the cloud. So the first one which I wanted to talk about is risk, the bias, which is the important one. And I'm going to talk about it like multiple times today. So the bias and consideration. So we need to make sure that the AI system which we are building, which we are deploying, is not biased to a certain group or certain geography. it should be fair. So I will give you an example. For example, like we do have a hiring system where we don't have a fair system. Like it's like not like unbiased. It's biased towards a certain group of people. It can create like uh, it can create like the work environment which is not equal for everyone. The second one is the privacy and data security. So as I discussed earlier, same thing, having a lot of data, we need to make sure that it's properly secure and security is properly defined in cloud. Transparency, accountability is again the same principle I was talking about. The regulatory compliance is another critical risk and consideration we need to consider, because every geography is having a different kind of regulation, GDPR, CCPA, and there are like laws and there are regulations according to the country, according to the geography, and sometimes even the states as well. So going next, right? We can talk about the ethical challenges in AI development. So the most important, which I wanted to, as I said, like I wanted to talk about the biases in AI models. So there are few causes why there are biases in AI models. So number one is the inadequate training data diversity. So we say like the data which we are using is not diversified enough for what we are using to train a model. That's the number one cause of having a bias in the AI model. Number two is historical biases reflected in the data itself. And the number third is some of the algorithm which is used to train the AI model is also can create some biases. And because of these biases, we can have like following consequences. We can treat unfair treatment to the certain groups, as I was saying, like a recruitment platform. And then it can create some legal and a reputation risk for the company as well. The second one is data privacy. So we are having a lot of personal data, SSN, a lot of health related information into the AI model. So we need to make sure that the data is handled responsibly. And the fourth one is the transparency. So sometimes it's very necessary to explain the AI model, how it's coming to a conclusion, to build a trust to the end user and to everyone. So that's about ethical challenges. So what we can do, I mean, so that were the challenges. What are the strategies? How we can create a responsible AI development? So there are like three ways I can think of. So number one is the ethical design framework, which is basically we need to think about the ethical design framework from the beginning itself, right? Whenever we are starting AI development, we need to go and talk to all the stakeholders who is involved and who might get impact from our AI system. And we need to see like they are onboarded and then they know like what we are building up. The second one is the ethical guideline. So where we are saying we need to define an ethical guideline from beginning itself, right? Again, so going forward, make sure that whatever we are developing is following the guideline. And the number three is impact assessment. We need to see like what's the social impact assessment, what's the economic impact, what the AI system which we are building up, and is it meeting with our values. The second one is the bias mitigation technique. So the bias mitigation technique, we can use a diversified data collection to make sure our model is trained on diversified data. There are some certain algorithms which also we can use to make sure that we are having like fairness in our AI model. And the third one is the regular audit. Again, I'm going to talk about this one multiple times. So it's very important to do a regular audit any AI system to make sure there are no loopholes, doing the spot check and fixing that bad data. Third one is also important, very privacy preserving method. So we can use like differential privacy and federated learning. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. And we can, there are like explainable AI as well. So like AI should explain like how it's come to a specific conclusion. So the federated learning is a technique where we are not sending the where the data, that model is training on the data without sending the data to the main server. So these are some of the strategies. So let's talk about the tools and technology for ethical AI. So the one is the AI auditing tool. So that's very important, right? We need to make sure like the tool is evaluating the AI ethics, having all the guidelines, doing the regular audit to the AI system to make sure like it's fair, it's unbiased, it's transparent. So these principles we can check by using the auditing tools. And then there comes like responsible AI toolkits. So we do have Microsoft. So Microsoft Azure AI services help us to build a responsible AI. And there are a couple of tools like a Fairlearn. It helps us to assess the model, and it gives us like a bias related information early in the development. And then there is Interpret ML. It also helps the developer and stakeholder to identify the issue early in the phase of development. Similarly, Google is having a what if tool. It's like a tool, very interactive tool, which will give you the model performance, model biases, and everything in during your development phase. Google also having an explainable AI service for understanding the AI decision. So a customer or a user can understand how it's reaching to a specific conclusion. The AWS is having a SageMaker Clarify for detecting the bias and machine learning models and ensure the transparency of the model. So if you talk about the regulations, right, I was talking about what's the regulation we need to make sure in any AI system. First one is GDPR, which is basically for the EU citizens. The CCPA from California Consumer Act, and the AI Act, which is coming by European Union to making sure that AI system following the fundamental right of the human. And then there are like 3 strategies we can follow. The regular compliance audit. So we can make sure that we are doing a regular audit to the system and checking if there is any loophole, if there is anything missing, we can do that. Privacy by design principle is very important design principle. We should make sure like the privacy is by design is implemented from the beginning itself. So in every phase of development, and everyone knows how to keep the privacy secure for certain individuals. And then goes the last one, which is ongoing training and education. So we need to make sure like we are training our team, we are training everyone knows what is the compliances we are following, and making sure like every effort goes to make sure that we are not, we are making sure like we are going in right direction towards following all the regulations. Yeah, so that's about compliance strategies. So let's come to next one. So this is like one of the AI framework proposed by Microsoft, where if you see like there are 3 key roles: AI designer, AI business consumer, and AI admin and officers. And this is divided in 3 parts. If you see in the inner circle, like training, and interference, and operationalize. So the first one is the training, which is the main responsibility of AI designer. They design and develop the machine learning models. They make sure do the data drift, the quality check, like the spot checking of the data. The data should not be biased. If it is biased or not, making sure that they are following the single source of truth. At the same time, they are creating some reports. They are following the ethical guidelines. And then it comes to the AI business consumers. So the AI business consumers follow a feedback loop. So they predict the AI model result. They make sure it's a secure, privacy is there and compliance is there. And after doing everything, it's a feedback loop which goes back to the AI designer. So if anything is missing, it will go back. The AI designer will fix that. It will go back to the AI business consumers. The next one is the AI admin and officer. So this role is responsible for making the AI operationalize, and it creates the performance metrics on top of that. they do the model monitoring as well. They create the AI governance framework. They create the AI audit framework, and they are making sure the AI is returning the investment on the. It's giving us the ROI to the organization. So there's three roles we do have in AI framework. Now, if you talk about the how we can consider a couple of strategies for sales operation technology, and that's what my field is. So these are like 3-4 things I can think of, like creating an ethical CRM system, having a CRM system where we can secure and keep all the data, responsible sales automation. So using the responsible AI to create, generate all the predictive analytics, getting all the intents, all the signals. The third one is the fair AI-powered sales tool. So again, like using a chatbot, using a tools which is like more secure, and they are like more fair or unbiased to the end consumer. So looking at the future direction, right? So there are two categories we are talking about: emerging trend, and the second one is the research and development. So the first one is AI ethics and fairness. We can see like the more and more research or more and more trend is going towards the AI ethics and fairness. Like we are having like more tools coming, more frameworks are coming. There are some regulatory development is also going like the one which proposed by the EU, like AI Act. So in future, there are going to be more and more regulatory compliances and regulations going to come from multiple countries, and explainable AI, where the AI can explain their own how they are coming to a decision, and you put it in a way so the end user can explain, not like a very technical. The research and development, as I was saying, like ethical AI framework is going to become more and more mature model will be coming over there. Privacy preserving technique, there are some more research going on how we can make sure that data is the data which is being used in training is not being exposed by the model itself. Sustainability, like how we can make a more economical, more sustainable AI, and the human AI collaboration, how the human and AI can working together in a collaborative environment. Yeah, so I think that was my talk. I can take any question if there are. Which one? This one? This one? Sorry, I didn't get which one.
Since they have AI, please expand on that.
The third one?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So it's saying basically key. So how we can make, like right now we are building an AI which is taking a lot of effort, right? It's like, so we're building an AI which is taking a lot of effort, right? We are spending like a lot of money in training the data, right? We are having like GPUs and a lot of servers where we are having like a lot of carbon emissions. So going forward, that there are more research coming in, like how we can train the data, which is like more economical, having a less environmental impact, and more cost effective.
Hi, this is Zach Welper from UNC. I wanted to ask you about standardization, because this is something that really professionalized the field of security, privacy, ICS. Spoke about these strategies with AI. We now have two quite well fleshed out AI standards. One is from NIST, one is from ISO, and I want to see you having those. Because it seems to me that if you're trying to affect change their organization, it's really difficult to give them a list of things that they need to do versus to say that if you play with the standard, then you're probably safe, right? So when we talk about basic standardization as a tool or not a tool for responsible AI, and it's
Yeah, so I would say, I mean, like, so is the question like, should we give like common standard list of the compliance they should follow, or should they give like a specific compliances?
The question is if the standardization is useful. You spoke about compliance with laws, but you can just use like compliance with standard, a certain cloud standard that requires clouds. And most of the mechanisms that you spoke about here can or have been built into the standard.
Yeah, so. Yeah, can I take this question offline with you? Yeah, okay.
Any questions? Yes.